Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Don't you worry, this is just a little intermission that will happen between, obviously, Pokemon Infinite Fusion, which went up yesterday with the finale, and also Pokemon Shadows Y2, which will be starting, well, 2 days. Because this is gonna be a two-parter. I want to show you my greatest achievement I have ever had. Why do you keep doing that? I don't like that you do that. But my greatest achievement, because I have finished it! At the end of last year, I finally, in the year 2024, towards the end of 2024, I'd say, I finally finished my magnum opus. The one thing I've always wanted to do. Now, this is going to be what I like to call my Pokemon Master Challenge, even though some people might just call it a Master Dex Challenge, but I went further, above, and beyond, because I did everything that I wanted and I could do. Everything, and it was very, very difficult, and it wasn't always the funnest. Looking at you, Alchemy. But I'm just gonna go, basically how this is gonna work is we're gonna start off with a big explanation, as I am doing right now. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight into the ID number section that I'll record. And then we'll go into basically me scrolling through my Pokemon home as I name things off. And the two parts actually are kind of, they work together. Because, number one, we have basically the handheld era, as you could call it. And what I mean by handheld era is red and blue until Ultra Sun and Moon. You know what? Actually, no, it was Let's Go. And then we have the official Switch era, which is Sword and Shield until the end with the special Pokemon. And there are also a bunch of rules to this thing if you want to do it yourself as well. This is something that I had thought of since I was young. I've always wanted to complete the Pokédex. It's as simple as that. And I think it was around the year of 2015 or so. That maybe 2013. No, it was 2015. 2015 is when I started my journey to complete the Pokédex. And I did it! I did complete the Pokédex. I had everyone in the handheld era, as you could say. All of them, except for forms. However, some of those Pokemon were cheated. A lot of them were cheated. Because I, in my infinite wisdom and in my young mind, thought it would be a good idea to use Pokegen in order to make everyone level 100. Because that would look cool. Because I have a level 100 Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard. So then when Red and Blue came out on the Virtual Console, I was like, well, maybe, maybe I should redo it. And fully legitimize it up until the point that I can. Because I will say this to anyone who might be hurt by it. I did cheat during this part. I most certainly did cheat. A little bit. Only a little bit. And I will explain once the cheating comes into play. It wasn't really my fault. Some Pokemon are just not obtainable. So I had to. And when they will be obtainable, I will revert course. And also some Pokemon, it was just a simple, click that I did. I'll explain it more then, when we get to them. Because I got a box full of them. But I also was like, you know what? When I did this initially, it was Kanto was from Fire and Leaf Green. Johto was from Heart Gold or Silver. But with Red, Blue, and Yellow on the Virtual Console, I can make it, actually from the region and the generation that they're from. However, then I came into a hurdle. I basically ran headfirst into a wall called Johto. Because they weren't on the Virtual Console yet until a year later. Also, to anyone who has noticed so far, there's going to be a lot of cutting because I want to get this, down packed. And I'm not good at talking. So, there you go. But it was basically a year later. It was like, here's Gold, Silver, and Crystal on this Virtual Console back in 2017. And I was like, I can do it. But then I was also like, it's gonna be so much work. This is gonna be an undertaking of a lifetime. So I kind of shelved it for a bit. Until one day I came across a video. It was from someone that I had subscribed to. And I don't know when he uploaded it. I don't even know if he still has it. But it was from the legend of the man himself called Birdkeeper Toby. He uploaded a Master Dex Challenge video where he basically broke down his Master Dex Challenge, which obviously was very similar to what I was gonna do in order to become Pokemon Master. However, he added a little bit of extra stuff. And also that kind of convinced me to go for it because I basically, everything I do was my own idea. Except for I added special Pokemon, which came from his video. Because he had this video idea. And you can also gain bonus points. And these bonus points you can get for, like, getting the Johto starters from Pokemon Emerald. Getting, like, the Ho-Oh and Lugia from the GameCube games. That kind of stuff. And I was like, this is a way that I can get other Pokemon games that are not counted into this. Like Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness, Colosseum, and even Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Into this as well. I can get everything, and then the special Pokemon will allow me to complete more like of the games. Because I will say this, I have played every single Pokemon game that can transfer to mainline. That can still technically transfer to mainline. So not Pokemon Rangers, Shadows of Almia, or Guardian Signs, because those can't transfer. But I did do Pokemon Ranger, because I was one of the last people to have a Manaphy Egg unused in my Pokemon Ranger game. Because apparently when I was a kid, that game actually belonged to my sister, but apparently when I was a kid, I used an R4 card in order to play Pokemon Ranger. And apparently that's how I transferred the egg, I think, and not from the Ranger game. So I was one of the lucky ones. But I wanted everything to be in. So yes, I used every single Pokemon game. This was an added thing that I chose myself because I didn't have to do it. I mean, let's be honest there. Thanks to the power of breeding, every single Pokemon is obtainable in Pokemon Crystal and in Pokemon Platinum. You only need those games, and then afterwards you need the other games in order to trade over Pokemon that are exclusive to them. And then you can breed them because they don't have exclusive legendary Pokemon. So every Pokemon could be obtained in that singular game. But I still figured out a way in order to put Diamond and Pearl and Gold and Silver on my list as well. Next up, what I did is I made a special 6 Pokemon team. I would like you guys in both of these videos to comment down below what the 6 Pokemon team. Now these are Pokemon that are above level 90 or higher. You'll see the level on the screen as well. They are what I like to refer to as the League team. And as it obviously states, they were the ones that I used for the Pokemon League. The difference is the fact I came up with this idea later. So the ID numbers for like the Johto games won't match. Because I had already deleted it. The save file. Because I didn't need it anymore. And then I came up like 3 months later with this idea. And I was like, no! It ruined everything. It made me so upset. But still. Also what I did is I got as many ribbons as possible. Which is also, now I think about it, gonna be very difficult to show off. Because this game doesn't have like... The way that this works is, first of all, ribbons is something you can only see on your phone. So I'm gonna have to take some screenshots. But also, the contest ribbons from Hoenn and Sinnoh, and also the Battle Tower ribbons from, like, Hoenn and Sinnoh, they are all combined into one ribbon. So I still need to figure out a way how to show that off. But I really wanted to do everything that I could possibly do, which some things took so long to do, and I don't even want to get into it. We'll get into it later on, obviously, but I don't want to get into it right now. But it has everything, like I said. It doesn't just have the full Pokédex. It has every form, every gender difference, every alchemy. Every alchemy. Oh, God. And obviously, it's special Pokemon. So there you go, that's the explanation that you will get at the beginning here. So now I guess we can go into the ID numbers. So here we got the ID numbers of everything we will be doing in part 1 of 2 for my Pokemon Master Challenge. We'll be going over all of these, but these are all the ID numbers, so you know which game, which Pokemon came from. So let's get started and let it begin. And here we go through the Pokemon that I caught in Kanto. As you saw at the beginning with the ID numbers, a lot of these Pokemon actually came from Pokemon Red version and not Yellow. I don't know why I did that. I think the reason that I did that is because it's a very simple one. I started this with Pokemon Red in order to kind of get the Red exclusives, and when I was in Red, I was just like, why don't I just do all of them? So yeah, that's why. Also, this is part 1 of 2, to anyone who has forgotten. Also, I forgot to say a little bit of a rule at the beginning. Every OT, if possible, has to be yours. Ah, Pikachu. But has to be yours. The original trainer name. I have it as my real name since the day I was born. Man, the memories, look at them. I went through all the trouble of catching them. Also, another thing I forgot to talk about, very simple, is the fact that you need to have gotten every badge, every contest ribbon, which we'll get to that later on. Don't you worry, I'll edit that in there as well, where you can see all the ribbons. But also every battle frontier. However, the battle frontier, you only need to have gotten silver in your lifetime, and that automatically counts. Also, if some of these Pokemon look like they have the wrong moveset, that's because I needed to put them into Scarlet and Violet for, like, you know, reasons of, well, you know the reason. And that reason is very simple. Perrin, what's the name? Her. She needs you to have completed the Pokédex, so I just transferred in a bunch of Pokemon. And that's why certain movesets look a bit weird. But it was very difficult to get all of these Pokemon. It's like, you know, like, yes. Like, I did this in the original, what was it called? The original games. Red, Blue, Yellow. I don't know why, my ADHD kind of ruined certain things, but it was a challenge, a 5-year-long challenge. As you can see, I transferred them, or I guess caught them at 2021. That's when I transferred these Pokemon. That is when I had completed the Kanto, and I think Johto and Hoenn. In order to, like, bring that in, you know. So I started that before that. I've been probably doing this stuff for, like, since 2019. Because I've been doing it I was doing it a lot early on. And then I started this Let's Play channel. At which point I kind of took a break from it. And then, well, I picked it up over the time. As you could see, in like July of 2021, I did a bit. After I had recorded a lot of stuff. Well, actually, not really. This doesn't really count as official confirmation. But I did do it from time to time. You know, I picked it back up when I had like a lot of stuff recorded. And I was able to kind of like do this stuff, work on this thing. I kind of worked like that over the past like 5 years. I could have probably done this maybe in a year, maybe in 2, who's to say. But wow, I lose my train of thought very fast accidentally. Oh, by the way, Mr. Mime and Jinx. As you can see, their original trainer is me. Let me explain that. I know it's gonna look weird. What I did was, I did the in-game trades for them. Traded them over to Pokemon Silver. Bred an egg, hatched the egg, evolved the Smoochum. Traded it back. Because the Pokemon say what region they're from, depending on the game that they were transferred from. So if I caught Pokemon in yellow, trade them over to Crystal and transfer it, they will all say Johto. Not Kanto. But that is a little cheat that I did. But it doesn't mean it's illegitimate, because they were legitimately caught. I actually did the in-game trade one on purpose. I did so much in order to make it sure that this happened the way that I want it to happen. It was a lot of work. Johto time, baby! Here we go. Chikorita. I love Chikorita. Also, to anyone who was wondering why I have certain Pokemon in here who are in the level 90s, it's because I wanted to have like a league team. However, I was thinking to myself, not every Pokemon will be shown as a league team because of the fact that, well, a lot of these games don't have ribbons. And with a lot, I mean 3 technically, because it's Kanto, Johto, and Unova that do not have ribbons. So I decided to boost everyone's level up to in the 90s. And yes, I went to Mount what was it called? Not Mount Coronet, that's in Sinnoh, you idiot! Cerulean Cave, that's the one. Just thought of it. Yeah, I went into Cerulean Cave in Kanto and grinded. I went to Mount Silver and into the League and grinded. But I want you all to comment down below what you think, what the 6 Pokemon are, so that I know you guys have been paying attention. I'm also trying to go in a rhythm, but I don't have any rhythm, so sometimes the rhythm might get a little bit disturbed. Ah, Murkrow, why is your catch rate garbage? Also, the unknown in the main dex has to be the first letter of your name. That is also a rule that I have. And the other unknown can be in the other decks. Because yes, I caught every form, but we'll get there when we get there. Oh, I got a lot to say about that stuff, but we're not getting there yet. Ah, Scizor, my friend. Technically my favorite Johto Pokemon. I look at all these Pokemon and I'm like, yeah. bringing back. It's like bringing back memories. I already talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. Damn it! This was a lot of work. I'm so happy about this. For the first time in my life, and probably the only time in my life, I am actually proud of myself for being able to pull this off. Because I did it! I did it all alone, all by myself, with a lot of training and a lot of work. It took so much work, but I got it done. All by myself, I did it. Ah, yes, Mikey's favorite Pokemon from MAJ TV. Of course, that is his favorite Pokemon. Also, if you're wondering, did I really catch everyone in a Pokeball? For any of you who don't know, when you transfer Pokemon from the original Virtual Console stuff, they all have Pokeballs. So I caught every Pokemon in... Here we go. My boy that has the most ribbons ever. Look at all of them. You could have looked at them. Now we have ribbon stuff. I used you in the league as well. But like I have a bunch of ribbon stuff. The cute ribbons right here. Oh, Mightyena. My Poochyena, Mightyena were the first Pokemon I ever caught. Not got, that was Trico. But Poochyena, Mightyena were the first Pokemon I ever caught. Because first Pokemon I caught was a Poochyena in the grass. Because it looks so cool. And it still does very much look cool. I love Ludicolo so much. Big fan of Ludicolo. The dancing and all that stuff. I love it. And I made him really fun in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Oh my god, wait, that Winglet. Also, I want to talk about this region as well. There's a couple of problems with this region's Pokemon. And that is the fact that with every other region, I caught the whole Pokedex. Except for this one. Because what I did here was I already had all the Pokemon, like for 7 years. I've had every Pokemon that's in the Hoenn Dex, outside of Mythicals, in my Pokemon Emerald. And I just basically transferred them over like that. So that's why they come from varying because I could have actually had all the Pokemon from Emerald, because a lot of these Pokemon are breedable, except for the legendary Pokemon Latios or Latios. Either one of those two. That makes... Oh, Aggron, I love you. Ah, hearing you. Hearing you. Makes me so happy. But I had all of them on my game. I had to literally look at version exclusives to like backtrace ID numbers to see which game you came from. I had to be like, okay, so Lunatone is that one. Lunatone is exclusive to Sapphire. I had to backtrack that. Oh, hey, look, this Lotad came from Sapphire, apparently. I had to do it like that. It was really annoying. But also kind of fun to do all that stuff. But these ones are technically my oldest Pokemon that I had. Oh, hey, these came from 2022. Why did I transfer you guys in 2022? I don't get it. I like Groudon a lot. And I also don't like Groudon a lot. Because Groudon is that annoying Pokemon. I was initially gonna have, like... Groudon be my main Pokemon for like the tough contest, but that doesn't work out because Crap Hammer's so bad. But I actually like the contests in this game, so I didn't really have an issue with doing the contests in this game. In 2023, because of the fact that that's when I did the contest. Also, I am a huge fan of Walrein now. I've become a huge fan ever since I played like Emerald recently. Because instead of having Glalie and Groudon, I chose to have what was it called? Yeah, Walrein. I chose to have Walrein on my team, and I'm now a big fan of Walrein. Oh, Metagross. My favorite Pokemon in Hoenn, if not for Sceptile. Also, if you're wondering why some of these Pokemon are level 100, well, call that years of owning them. Decades of owning them. Well, not decades, technically, but right now it's decades that I've owned them. Ah, yes. By the way, the Deoxys comes from Emerald, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I forgot which game. And, the Jirachi comes from, what's it called? BDSP. I hate those games. Sinnoh, where I hate the contest, and it was so horrible to do the contest in this stupid game. However, I think everyone in the main decks comes from Pokemon Platinum. It's like the other Pokemon where I got Diamond and Pearl included in there. Because there are gender differences, just like with humans, they have gender differences. Men and women are not the same. Same with certain Pokemon here, like Luxray, for example. Oh, Luxray, you could have been so good if you weren't garbage. All you had to do was give you the Dark type and boost your speed, and I would have liked you. But they didn't. So, hello, Electivire. It's the reason I use Electivire all the time. Haha, what a cry. I'm listening now to all of the cries of all the Pokemon. Also, there will be cuts for box switching, and I'm hoping I can kind of stop talking when the box shifting needs to happen. So that I can kind of, you know, so that it can be one thing. So, if you hear me say something twice, or maybe hear a conversation get cut short a bit, hopefully you can fill it in. And also, that's why. Man, I put so much work into this. There's one Pokemon here that I have an actual vendetta against. It's a big vendetta. I love that cry from Spiritomb. It's a legendary Pokemon. We'll get there when we get there. But when that Pokemon appears, I'm gonna complain. By the way, that Munchlax came from an egg. Because I actually did search for Munchlax through the honey trees because I couldn't find one. But I couldn't find one, so I egged Munchlax. Alright, where's my Pokemon? Oh, I'm so happy about this. I just want to share this with... Oh, Wizu! Oh, such a big fan of Snover! Wizu! I love that Pokemon. Why does Magnezone sound like a bunch of light shows? Here we go. My boy! Ah, I love that Pokemon. I also love you, Magmortar, but on a lesser scale. Sadly enough, it's actually on a lesser scale. Yanmega. If only I could have had you on my team. Gliscor! The only Pokemon that I think is in the level 90s that I did not use in a league. However, as you saw potentially with the ribbons, I used them in the No, not contest. Well, yes, I did, but I used Gliscor against Red. That's why Gliscor has the privilege of also being... Man, do I love autopilot when I accidentally keep going through Pokemon I've already seen for a while. Because I had autopilot on, I was just clicking the button. This is the one! This one! Oh, that Heatran! Oh, you! I do not like catching you! That thing had used every single one of its PP except for... what was it called? One move had 5 PP left. And that's it. Also, that was hacked. Victini's hacked because they haven't given me a way to get a Victini officially. So when we get an official Victini, potentially Pokemon Legends EA, I will replace Victini. I just wanted to make that clear because there are a few Pokemon on here that are hacked and I have a reason as to why. Also, yay, Unova! Hey, we're in Unova, yay! The region without ribbons. So, at least during this section, I don't have to do any extra editing. Makes me very happy. Ah, the monkey starter Pokemon. But, like, Heatran took so long of me tossing Ultra Balls and later on Timer Balls of, like, the fact that it had 5 PP. And that is, like, over, maybe, like, 60 turns it took in order to catch that thing. I had it in red while it being paralyzed, or was it just... I think it was paralyzed, and I was just chucking balls like, stay in the ball! Please! There you go, there's my rant of Heatran. I still remember that to this day. I think all these Pokemon came from Pokemon White too, except for, like, one. Oh, by the way, Munna and Sigilif come from the Dream Yard. No, not the Dream Yard. The Dream Radar game on the 3DS. And the same goes for the genies. I got them from the Dream Radar game that I have on my 3DS. I played that game, and what I did was, I caught the genies, and then I was like, why not just catch the other Pokemon as well, so I can have them in a Dream Ball. Because also, another rule that I have is I have to use at every single type of Pokeball at least once during this. And that's why I was very upset about the Johto region, because of the... What was it called again? Kurt's balls! Because of Kurt's special Pokeballs. I needed those. Here we go. Dream Ball! But it was legitimately caught, so... You sound weird, Gofagrigus. I like Trubbish. Trubbish is just such a cute guy. Yeah, you are seeing me at my proudest moment in my life. I finally now know what Vegeta feels like. Pride. And yes, I will be yapping on for the whole duration of this. Really? Why do you have overcoat? Ah! Man. Ah, the ice cream Pokemon that people hate because it's ice cream. Even though a pile of sludge is a perfect Pokemon according to them. That is... Yeah, I hate Gen 1ers. They're so stupid. The fact that I actually was able to start 2 channels and run 2 channels while also doing this, I'm kind of impressed. Also, from this point forward, when I need to do this stuff, you will be able to see it with me. Because of the fact that when I play Pokemon Legends ZA, I will catch all of the Pokemon that I need for this and just dump it into home. So from this point forward, any new game release, the first time I play it, will also be for the Pokemon Master Challenge. Because this is what I deem as being a Pokemon Master. Haha, you were 4 days earlier. How come that happened? Oh, wait, this is actually where it starts with the whole dates. I did this in 2022. You can see it's February of 2022. This might actually be when I was in my, like, downer moment. When I was, like, not feeling good. I wasn't good in the head. But, yeah, this was basically the month of February was spent going through the Johto, to the Unified region. I like how you can actually see the exact date that I caught these Pokemon in. Also, there's gonna be a bonus at the end of the next video, but we'll get there when we get there. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, there's a shiny variation of this one, and no, I'm not gonna do it. I mean, technically, any Pokemon challenge, there exists a shiny version of it. Just get everything shiny, but no, I don't have the patience for that. Here we go. Dream Radar, I think. Dream Radar. I'll look up what that game was called. Since I have my hands free anyway. Also, Dream, potentially, Radar. Yes, Dream Radar. Ah, yes, Genesect, the other Pokemon that is hacked. And will be replaced once Genesect comes out. Because, like, Meloetta and, what was the other one called? Meloetta and... My least favorite starter Pokemon design. Hello, Belfox. I do not like that design. But, Keldeo. There you go. Meloetta and Keldeo were released. Keldeo was in... in Scarlet Violet, you could actually get... Meloetta. And the Pirouette form is a battle form, so it doesn't count. Ah, Vivian. Welcome back to you momentarily. Don't you worry about that. Part 2 is going to be very dedicated to you, my friend. And also technically to you guys, because, oh, that was not fun. Same actually goes for... Oh, wait, no, this is the region that they're in. But same goes for the other one. Ah, Furfrou. A Pokemon that people very much enjoy now, I guess. And are very excited to see back in Pokemon Legends ZA, which is definitely not coming out this year, even though I keep yelling about it in my Let's Plays, about it coming out. Well, it is coming out this year, but not early this year. Because it is early this year, and there's no release date. I actually forgot to check. Oh, we're in 2023 now. That was about almost 2 years ago. In April of 2023 is when I did all of this. Yeah, this was when I still only had one channel. It didn't start until like January of 2024 when I started the APR channel, which I'm actually very happy with the progress that has been made over on that channel. Thank you for all the support. I don't know if people are cross-supporting now. But to anyone who cross-supports, thank you all so very much. Ah, Goodra, a Pokemon that I like and hated to evolve. I had to actually set my 3DS to like, yes, hey, these are the huge forms. These are the biggest forms. Also, their rarest forms of Pokemon will be in this dex. Like, in the next video, you'll see Sinistea and Sinistcha and all them Pokemon. They have their rarest form here in the dex. Zygarde. Why is your ultimate form not in here? And why was that Pokémon the only one who could have a Mega Evolution? What was I gonna look up again? I forgot it. Ah, yes, the support that I've gotten on the channel. I actually recently saw it. Over on the, Let's Play channel. No, not the other channel. And they actually did like a year thing. 14%. I know that answer. Because I went through it. Anyway, welcome to Alola, which was also in 2023. What? Hey! Hey, no! You had one! I saw it before. No, where did it go? Man, they showed me all the stuff I got this year. I was very impressed by it. I wanted to talk about it at some point, but I wasn't allowed to. No! But like, my favorite form or the rarest form is always going to be in here. And with the Sinistea and Poltegeist and Poltergeist and Sinistcha, it is very difficult to see. But, yeah. Also, this is where Kurt's Pokeballs came in, because I actually did transfer someone into this game. Balls that I could, because of the fact that I wanted to use them. So some of these Pokemon have each of the Pokeballs from Kurt. And I think there's actually one surprising one in here as well. Ah, the love ball for you. You are male, and I got you in a love ball. That was the joke. Because you can't evolve, so nobody loves you. Speaking of smashable Pokemon. No, I didn't make the Markiplier joke with Florges. Damn it. I will do it next time. This was all, I think, done in Ultra Moon. I think. I don't remember. You'll see it at the beginning of the video. So you'll see all the ID numbers and where all everyone came from. Which part 2 will also have. Ah, yes, you. The Pokemon that you can't really see which form it is until you've caught it, basically. Caught a lot of you. Actually, not as many as I thought. The same thing happened with, like, other Pokemon where it was a lot easier to get the special form. Ah, yes, you were in a Heavy Ball. I think I had another Pokemon in a Heavy Ball. I just can't remember which one it was. Who was it? The Tapu. There we go. Master Ball. Why? Dusk Ball makes sense. Beast Ball, Beast Ball, Beast Ball. I think I actually did do it. I don't want to spoil the Pokemon, but I think we are already far enough into it that I can actually technically spoil the Pokemon. But I want to be sure. Otherwise, I'm just going to cry. And you will never know which Pokemon I was talking about. Even though you definitely know. Ah, yes, I did do it with the Crossma. I caught you with a Heavy Ball as well. A legendary Pokemon with a Heavy Ball. I saw the weight of that Pokemon. I was like, alright, yeah, that's it. Also, we are reaching the end of part 1 right now. So thank you all so very much for watching. I'll probably record a separate outro. And here we go. The Pokemon Go Pokemon. Thank you all so very much for watching part 1 of 2 of my Pokemon Master Challenge. Hopefully, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for another part. But with that being said, thank you all so very much for watching. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please like, button, subscribe if you're new. If not, sorry, turn on notifications. Don't forget to check out my 8BR channel. Link in the description and at the end of the video. And I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for part 2. Bye!